Welcome to the Full Court Entertainment Podcast. I'm your host, Sheldon, and the first topic of this podcast will be the game that just happened last night, the New York Knicks versus the Indiana Pacers. The New York Knicks won 130 to 121. So far, the Knicks are up 2-0 in the series, but if you really look at how the game is unfold, the Indiana Pacers have actually been in the game. If we're being honest, like game one, they were actually in the game. Like you got production from on the Pacers. You got production from Miles Turner, Pascal Siakam, Neesmith gave you good minutes. Nembhard gave you good minutes. T.J. McConnell, I'll speak on him later, but T.J. McConnell has played good. Tyrese Halliburton in game one, he only gave you 6 points, went 2 for 6. Obviously, you got to play better if your team wants to win. Then we go to game two. Tyrese Halliburton, he heard the news, and he even said himself at the press conference, he said, I got to be better. He said, I got to be better. And he was. He dropped 31 points, hit 7 3-pointers, but he didn't really get production from nobody else, at least in the starting lineup. Pascal Siakam, they traded for him to be like that second option. And so far in the playoffs, outside of the first 2 games in that Buck series, he hasn't been good. And he's not shooting his free throws good either. Like, I think he's only shooting like 33% from the free throw line. TJ McConnell has given them productive minutes off the bench. And also Obi Toppin too. Obi Toppin has given them production minutes off the bench. I'm just trying to realize why Rick Carlisle did not put TJ McConnell back in. I want to say he took him out either at the 9-minute mark or the 7-minute mark. I want to say the 7-minute mark. I was like, I'm watching the game. I was like, bro, I said, I'm going to take TJ McConnell out for just 2 minutes. And then I'm putting him right back in the game because they was down 1 when he got out the game. I was like, bro, he's the only guy that's at least making Jalen Brunson work. Because Nembhard is just as of right now, he's just not guarding him the best. Or at least put Aaron Neesmith on him. Like Andrew Nembhard is getting cooked by Jalen Brunson. I don't know why Rick Carlisle did put TJ McConnell back in the game. You could have put Obi Toppin back in the game because Neesmith and Nembhard really wasn't giving you no production. I would have put them back in it and would have had Tyrese, TJ McConnell, Obi, Pascal Siakam, and Miles Turner. Even though Miles Turner really wasn't giving you productive minutes, I would have had that in. I would have kept that lineup in. Miles Turner, he didn't do anything. And Miles Turner, man, he got to rebound better, man. There's no way you should be that tall and you can't rebound. I don't get it. Bruh, you can rebound. But I'll get to the Knicks side in a minute. But you got to rebound better. And Pascal just got to score better. Like, so far in this series, Pascal giving me 16, Miles Turner giving me 14, Tyrese giving me 20. But their defense is not good at all. Their defense hasn't been good all year. Defense ain't been good all year. It's really been bad. The defense is just bad. They can't stop anybody. I felt like they were in the game, but then when they got to down the stretch, they really couldn't get a stop. DiVincenzo hits a clutch 3. You couldn't stop Jalen Brunson down the stretch. You once again, just like in the Sixers series, the Knicks the Knicks are getting a lot of offensive rebounds in the clutch. They're just rebounding better than and they're hustling better than the Pacers. I originally picked the Knicks in 6. And so far, this looked like this could be 5-game series, maybe even a sweep. But the Pacers got to at least try to play some defense, or you just got to get the timely defensive stops in the fourth quarter because they've been in every game. They've been in all the game. In the first 2 games, they've been in every game. And I was like, man, they might be able to win. But they didn't win. Now they're down 2-0. Now on the Knicks side, Jalen Brunson has been really good. Yesterday he hurt his foot. I thought he hurt his wrist or something like that. He missed the second quarter. I was like, yeah, I don't know if he's coming back. They talk about it's a sore foot. I was like, okay, it is a sore foot. So he might come back, but I was like, he just missed the whole second quarter. I'm like, yeah, this man probably not gonna come back. He did come back. And as soon as Jalen Brunson came back in the game, he lit a spark. Jalen Brunson lit a spark, and they got him. They went on a run the third quarter. They went up by like 8 or 9 points. I'm like, the Pacers gonna blow this again and lose. Because they scored like 73 points at halftime. I was like, man, the Pacers might actually win. Josh Hart, I'm sorry, Russell Westbrook. Josh Hart is the best rebounding guard I've ever seen in my life. That man gets every rebound. I don't know how he gets every rebound, but he gets every rebound against all these tall dudes. No one boxes him out. It's like they don't even look for Josh Hart. I know it on the scouting report. It says, make sure you box out Josh Hart. He's a monster on the rebounds. Isaiah Hartenstein is giving him good minutes because there's no Mitchell Robinson now, so Tibbs is going to heavily rely on him. OG, man, when Jalen Brunson went out, OG was when he was playing really good. He was giving them excellent scoring. I think he ended with 28 points. Obviously, he got hurt in the fourth quarter. I think it was going up for a layup. I think he was going up for a layup, and he missed. And then he went to the stands, and he was grabbing his hamstring, his thigh area, and they said it's a hamstring strain. And we all know them hamstring injuries. They kind of tricky to like. Only 48 hours. I don't think OG might play in Game 3. Some might say they probably don't need him in Game 3 to beat the Pacers, but the Knicks are going on a roll. And I'm gonna give my credit to Donte DiVincenzo. I said it yesterday. I was like, Donte DiVincenzo hits every clutch shot. I don't know. They double Brunson. He throws it right to DiVincenzo, and he hits every three-pointer. The Knicks are they're a fighting team, man. They won it more than everybody else. You saw it against the Sixers. You're seeing it now against the Pacers. I'm the first person to say that when they made the OG trade, I said I don't think this is a needle mover. I was like, yeah, you did give up Isaiah. I said Isaiah, Emmanuel Quigley, and RJ Barrett, but I was like, is OG Anunoby really a needle mover? I was like, I don't think he's really a needle mover to get them to the conference finals. And I'm gonna say I was wrong because they're probably gonna go to the Eastern Conference Finals. And that's because of OG Anunoby. Jalen Brunson is ascending himself to almost superstar status. I've heard people say Jalen Brunson's already a superstar. I'm not saying he's a superstar yet. I think for him, at least for me, for me to say he's a superstar, he has to at least go to the finals, win or lose, and play good. And I'll say, yeah, that's a superstar. But let's just say he goes to the Eastern Conference Finals and they lose. I'm not gonna give you superstar status just yet. Not giving it to you just yet. But he's ascending right before our eyes. This small guard is leading this team. And basically the rotation is super tight because Tibbs, we all know Tibbs don't play nobody. He don't play his bench. Josh Hart plays every game. That man never come out the game. The only time he get rest is timeouts, fouls, shooting fouls, and halftime. That's it. That's the only time that man coming out. That's the only time he gonna get his rest. But credit to him for saying I want to play because without him, they probably not in this situation. We're being honest. With them, the Villanova boys, man, they got heart, bro. They got heart. And Jalen Brunson, he's averaging 36 points. He probably would have had 40 yesterday if he had missed the whole second quarter because he would have played. Like, if you look at the stat sheet, it say like he played like 30 minutes. Don't be fooled, y'all. If he was in there, if he didn't get hurt in the second quarter, if he would have played in the second quarter, he would have probably played 40 minutes. Hey, but I'm giving the Knicks their credit. They're a really good team. Didn't see them getting this far, honestly. And I think they will go to the Eastern Conference Finals, but I think the Pacers are not going to go down without a fight. I think they can really they can make it a series, but they have to win game. Obviously, they got to win game 3. If they go down 3-0, the series is over. They're not. I don't even care if they do win game 4. They're not going back to New York and winning. I don't care. So tomorrow night, on Friday, the Pacers have to win. They have to win this. They have to win that game to keep their season alive, or they're going home. But I still got Knicks at 6, and I'm giving the Knicks the credit. They are a good team. They're a good team.